There we go. I think we're going live now. Okay. You guys, so we're going to go live now. I'll give you a kick when in the mission. I'll speak over global.
I do not know what my first talk in this Lightfoot.
Say again, sorry?
Are we on blue 4 or independent?
If you guys just hang on now, so we're live. Okay, so welcome everybody to our Bohemia Interactive live stream. Today with us we have Lord of Bounds, Comrade Petka. So what do you do and where are you from, Mr. Petka?
Well, I'm the encoding agent for Arma 3 and I'm from Brno, so I just bounce there and people make the work.
Splendid. And we also have this very pretty man who is being attacked by a dog all morning.
It's true.
Who are you and what do you do, sir?
My name is Crowe. I'm creative director on Arma 3.
Okay, brilliant. So for those of you that haven't seen the forum, what we're going to be doing today is a little fun competition to show off some of the features in our dev branch of the upcoming Helicopters DLC. The two that we're going to focus on is Sling Loading from helicopters and firing from vehicles. So you can shoot while you're on the move now.
Oh yeah!
So the way this is going to work is we've got 3 teams. We've got 3 teams that are going to be facing off against one another. We've got CIA, Comrades in Arms, one of the clans. We've got Reality Gaming, and we also have a community team that people signed up to. There may be a couple of slots on that slightly later on, so we'll update you as to that. So first of all, we're going to decide which team gets which developer. So we need to toss a coin if anybody actually has one. There we go. So, there we go. So, Jay and Petka, heads or tails?
Is it a British coin? Because it has to be the Queen if it is.
No, it's a Czech coin. So,
well, then Petka gets to choose.
So you're going to go for heads?
Yep.
Okay, so let's, I know, so we need to pick which team. So heads is Petka, and
No.
yeah, so first of all we're going to toss for Reality Gaming. So, is that a heads or a tails? Okay, so we'll say that one was tails. So Petka can go with, Petka if you go red 4, so if the guys from CIA will be on red 4, I'll just tell them now. So if you guys could go on red 4 please, you'll have Petka, and then we'll tell the guys from Reality Gaming that you guys have Jay.
Stuck with Jay.
Yep, you're stuck with Jay, and you're going to be on blue 4 guys, so if you want to join up to those sides and we can get started.
User in your channel timed out. User entered your channel.
Okay, and what you'll be seeing is our little Zeus camera as I make the competition on the fly. Okay, splendid.
Channel switch.
So, here we are. This is just a normal Zeus Game Master. So, we're going to place 1 respawn at each side of the runway. So, there will be 1 life to each team, and they will be given a Ghost Hawk and an underslung boat in round 1. The objective is to kill the enemy players. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, sugar. I don't seem to be able to spawn vehicles. Oh, no. So, what I'm doing now is I'm spawning them vehicles. So each side will get a Ghost Hawk. So for the red 4, they'll get a black one, and for blue 4, they will get a green one. And then next to that, I'm also going to place them there at assault boat. So,
Where's my team at?
okay. Okay, so I'll get on direct global and okay, so everybody, if you want to line up and get ready to go, we can see that the red team has 2 people in game plus Petka, and let's see how the blue team is doing.
Hello, do you hear me?
So the blue team is already there. So guys, if you could line up, blue team, you're fantastic. We're just waiting on red team now. Okay. So guys, the objective is you've got to get in the Ghost Hawk. You have to select one of your members of your team to be the pilot. Everyone else is to get into the assault boat. And then then the pilot has to sling load the assault boat. And then the 2 helicopters will engage. And the only weapons that can be used are the ones fired from the assault boat. So, dive in now.
So I guess it's worth mentioning why you've decided this crazy scenario is the best way best thing to show.
So, the reason I selected this is because it shows both firing from vehicles from the assault boat, and it also shows the capabilities of sling loading. So we can see that the red team here is approaching the Ghost Hawk and the boat. Let's go and see how the blue 4 team is doing.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
As we can see, they're all ready to get firing.
Yeah, so we added firing from vehicles to the dev branch on Monday, I think. So this is one of the 3 sort of main features of the Helicopters DLC, which we announced yesterday is going to be released on November 4th. And yeah, we have helicopters and trucks, and right now we can see a boat. And the new sort of feature we have is being able to use your personal weapons to shoot from them. And the helicopter itself, that's the second new tech, the Sling Loading. And so we'll see some ropes deploy here, and we'll get the boats in the air.
We hope.
That's the plan. Anyway.
Yeah, we hope they can. They'll be able to. So you can see they're getting into the right position to sling load. This is the blue team, and we can see the rope is deploying there. But he's just he's not too far away. So there, the rope is becoming attached. And in a minute, yep. So he's gotten this. So we can see the boat is taking almighty glory. The boat has taken flight. How is the red team doing now? The blue team is dead. Come on, red team. You guys need to get your boat sling loaded. This is going to be a massacre.
I have to manage it from the air.
Take no prisoners.
So you can see that the red team is having some slight trouble with the sling loading. You've got to be in a position fairly close above it. Okay, so he's taking the gear on the helicopter in now, and he's bringing it closer.
Should we be gentlemen and not attack the boat?
Yeah, maybe that should be. Okay, so as we can see, So Jay, the physics, does that affect the boats and the underslung cargo?
Well, I think the most interesting thing about the cargo is its effect on the helicopter flight model. The other thing that we haven't talked about yet is the engage. The other thing we haven't mentioned yet is the advanced flight model.
So, what's the advanced flight model?
So, in Arma right now, there's you fly a helicopter and it has what we call the default flight model. As part of Helicopter DLC, we're adding what we call Advanced, and that's when you use something called Rotalib, and the simulation of the flying the helicopter is a bit more authentic, a bit more challenging. So if you use this flight model, then the weight of the cargo that you're sling loading will have an effect on the flight model. makes it a bit more of a challenge to drop things around the battlefield.
So as we can see now, the blue team is absolutely chasing the red team now, laying down some fairly heavy fire. Yeah. Oh. Have you guys lost one of the ropes?
Nah.
So it is also possible to, well, it's probably good to mention, it is possible to shoot the ropes out that is holding the...
Yeah, there's a few options that players have. If you can shoot the ropes themselves, or you can shoot where the rope is connected to the bottom of the helicopter. This has got a hit point, so you can actually disable the whole thing.
Oh, can they get into a firing position now? They're going head to head, and this is where they both crash. Oh! Oh! So the blue team has just got nailed. Wow. So,
great.
Let's have a look at the. So, round one was won by the
Lord of the Bounce.
Nice one, guys. Nice one.
By
unlucky guys.
So now we're going to go into round two. So I will just change this mission. If you bear with us one moment. So let's hope this is the right one. Oh no. No, I need to launch the Game Master. So why not an Altis? So what I'm going to do here is we're going to have both teams will have a little bird. Both teams will have a little bird, and they will be asked very kindly to get pistols. So this will be a pistols only match, and they will be firing from the vehicles at each other with pistols. So their objective again is to take out the entire enemy team. There won't be anything underslung or sling loaded. So let's see where we are now. Okay.
Yeah, so in the dev branch, I would say the most interesting vehicles that have this firing from vehicles tech enabled is the little bird, which we'll see now, where you can sit on the side of the helicopter and shoot out. We saw the boat just before, the assault boat, and then maybe later we'll see the trucks, which you can sit in the flatbed of and shoot out from the back. I know in the team we've been enjoying some co-op MP with each other, and I've seen a few pretty insane videos from the community so far. So we think it's been quite well received. There are a few issues that have been reported, and which our programmer Klamatz is working hard on fixing right now.
So what else are we going to expect in the Helicopters DLC then?
Well, primarily it is the helicopters themselves. Yesterday we released some screenshots of the two helicopters, the Taru and the Huron. So Blue 4 and Op 4, NATO and CSAT, these guys get big heavy lifting helicopters. So that's the basic content. And then, but supporting that, there's a whole bunch of extra mission pods that we might call them. So being able to move fuel and ammo and medical supplies around the battlefield, using sling loading or using the different variants of the helicopters themselves.
Okay, so what I've just done is I've placed some reasonably large amount of ammo for the Blue 4 team with some pistols. That's on the red smoke for them. I'm just doing the same for the Blue 4 team.
That's it for the pistols on the red smoke. Pistols on the red smoke.
Okay, so.
And aside from, so we have those vehicles, we have the features that we discussed and that we're showing now. And then on top of that, there's a little bit of playable content, as we call it. So a showcase mission, and then a new multiplayer mode called Support. And maybe in the next few live streams, we might even be able to demonstrate this to you guys.
So what is the multiplayer support mode about? What do you have to do in it?
choose
I
one.
suppose the easiest way of thinking about it might be sector control with helicopters. So basically, it's not so much about a combat role, although this is like players can do whatever they want really. The idea is that teams start at their base with a bunch of helicopters to pick from. You get in and you're given a variety of different tasks. So that could be to go and extract some AI that's in the middle of the contested sector, or it could be to bring some ammo. And doing these actions gets points for your teams, and in the end, the team with the most points wins. So not too dissimilar to sector control, but with a big emphasis on logistics, moving stuff around the battlefield. Basically, the interesting kind of gameplay that Arma has when it's not just shooting people. Although from our internal playtesting sessions, it does often end up being shooting people.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that though.
Pistols only, please.
So now we see that the red team is starting to get kitted out. They're pretty much done. Once everybody's got pistols only, there'll be... did he just throw an accidental frag grenade? Yep.
Inventory, that's it.
Yep, so that was him trying to press his gear.
Dude, it's
your
been
helicopters on the red side.
1 year of Arma. You gotta know this by now.
Petca.
Catching up.
So if you just turn around, you should be able to see red smoke, and that's where your helicopter is. Oh, other way. It's just over the hill. That way. Okay.
Okay, follow me to the red smoke.
So the blue team is pretty much equipped and all ready to go.
Do you see the helicopter?
Are you able to? Nope. So the blue team has picked up rifles instead of pistols.
I had my pistol down.
Okay. So you'll probably have to drop your rifle. Okay.
Anyone needs the healing?
Okay. So we can see that the red team is just mounting up now to the helicopter.
Okay, select the positions and get in.
Once they've all mounted up, we'll get them to engage each other with pistols only. Obviously, you can do this with machine guns, so now the little bird really does become a tool of absolute death if it's used properly. Okay, there we go. So, are both teams ready? Yep, so...
Yeah.
Are you able to? Oh no. So we appear to have an issue where currently people can't fire with pistols from the skids, so we're just going to get them to quickly change back to rifles then.
All disembark, all disembark.
If you just hang on with us for a moment. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them in chat, and Jay and Peck will be happy to answer them. So yeah, Petka is sitting on a Swiss ball. There won't, I don't believe, will people be able to fire out of windows from the Hunter? That's what somebody's asked.
Well, one of the first things that our programmer did when we were experimenting with the feature was the passenger seat of the civilian truck.
Yeah, sure.
So it is technically possible. Like, so any position can be.
There's some med packs.
Yeah.
Any
If you
position
go back
can
to
be
the ammo
configured.
crate behind you.
Yeah.
I can put them into that.
So
Back to the ammo crate and they'll be there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just spawning them with some med kits.
So any position in any vehicle can be configured to use firing from vehicles. It's a question of time to configure it and to create the animations. So, as I said, during the very initial proof of concept, one of our programmers did, Klamats did firing from the passenger seat of a civilian truck, and it works, but there were a few issues with the weapon clipping through everything. It was a very small window to shoot from. So at least in the version we have planned for the helicopter's release, it's going to be more like the more open positions, which we're a bit more confident about working. So that's helicopter side bench, back of the truck, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. So for all of you that have seen Act of Valor, you'll be able to accurately recreate the initial chase scene. I'm going to say the off-road is probably one of my favourite positions, apart from A Little Bird with Zephyrs.
That's classic, isn't it?
Please follow me.
But yeah, there's nothing stopping anyone configuring the positions as they like. It's all about having the data prepared for it, sort of thing.
Okay. So if anybody else has any questions, there may be a giveaway slightly later on. If you hang on.
Okay.
So somebody has said that the man sitting to the right-hand side, so that would be UJ, is no. So the camera, it's reversed. Is too good looking for a guy who's making games, and we should nerf you.
You should nerf me. Yeah. That gets at my config values too high.
Yeah, they should be in there now.
They're not there.
Rifle. Sorry, I thought you meant first aid kits. I can put them in. Hold on.
Med is working on that.
Okay. I'll get those for you. Dang it, I can't do it. While you guys are there, I can do it back by the helicopter.
What is this Zeus noob doing?
Okay, thank you.
So we're just waiting for the all clear to set off, Matty.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get these guys some weapons again. We'll not give them the Severe because that would be overkill.
Yeah. Actually, some SMGs would be pretty cool.
Okay.
The 9mm ones.
Yeah, rifles only, please.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. So the equipment is by your container. Okay. I'm just going to... We have a slight issue with the aspect ratio.
We're playing in the 90s.
Yes.
It's mostly the same, but yeah, I could take a drive.
That's because I'm alt tabbed. that would explain why. I apologise. That was a noob mistake.
Matty.
I apologise. So if you guys, the equipment's by the red team's helicopter.
This would never happen if Cornel was here.
No, if
where is Cornel Van? Hashtag.
Okay, so
follow me to the helicopter, please.
Blue team's all ready, I think. Yep, so they're all kitted out, nice and pretty looking.
No grenades at the moment, just rifles.
Grenade only jousting.
Yeah, using grenade launchers vehicle to vehicle. Okay.
Yeah, there's some ammo in the chopper.
Okay. Apologise for the slight delay.
Yeah, so I think we first announced the helicopters DLC in the blog a few months ago, and one of maybe the important points from it is although we are giving awesome new helicopters to the game, the features and generally what we wanted to do with the DLC was make the game better for more people than just helicopter pilots, and that's why you can see like firing from vehicles is such an important feature for us to add, because although pilots can enjoy flying around, now we got some gameplay, something to do for the guys that are in transit. And aside from that, it's a feature that the community and we as developers have wanted to add for many years, and this was sort of a good opportunity to get it in. So in the most recent spot rep that I saw, we released the names of the two helicopters, the Huron and the Taru.
So would you like to explain, some of the creative design behind some of these, and what was the thinking? What were they based off, and what gaps were we trying to, or roles were we trying to get them to fill?
Well, to begin with, they are quite clearly more transport helicopters than attack gunships. I think this is, again, it comes back to providing more gameplay opportunities for more people. Like, so a gunship is really cool. Like, you can be the pilot, the co-pilot, and that's sort of it. It's a flying death machine. Whereas the transport helicopter has a number of roles. You have the side guns, you have some offensive capability, but really it's about being able to transport troops, transport logistics, fuel, weapon ammo, that sort of thing. So we thought by focusing on these kind of helicopters, there'll be a lot more gameplay opportunities for lots of different kind of players, and I think that's really where it started from. And then after that, we sort of tossed it to our artists and sandbox designers and asked them, what helicopters are you really interested in? What are you passionate about? And obviously the Chinook was one of the most commonly suggested ones, so that was a bit of a no-brainer really. But we wanted to do maybe something a bit different, a bit special with the Op4 equivalent. And we saw this sky crane, and I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I used to watch Thunderbirds, and Thunderbird 2 is definitely the coolest Thunderbird that there was. So this idea of having the different mission pods it could carry, the different roles it could take, this was the starting point to sell it to us as well as the idea. And then we got a concept artist to put a few sketches together. We really liked what we saw, and so we went forward with this sort of modern sky crane design. I think we're in battle now. Yep.
So I think we've got both teams firing. I'm not sure who's on. So I think we've got the red 4 helicopter, which is this lower one, and then we've got the blue 4 helicopter, which is the one that's coming over the top of the camera now. Oh. Jay, maybe you should fight your team. Okay, so again, we're seeing the red 4 helicopter is taking chase now. They're in a pretty good position to be able to take them out.
Working on.
Oh. Oh, so the other one now has gone high.
Can't see them.
So Pekka is the pilot of the red 4 helicopter, which is the one that we're seeing hovering now. And let's see if we can find the blue 4 helicopter.
Yeah, I'm going up.
I mean, obviously, this mission you just threw together in Zeus.
Yep.
It's sort of like a bit of fun. It's just sort of aerial jousting. But there are lots of different kind of missions can benefit from like this extra stuff to do for the guys in cargo. Like inserting a helicopter like this under fire of an enemy controlled area. It gives